Hey guys, Brox here. Going to be doing my Battlefield 6 beta impressions and kind of how I feel after playing it. I reached level 20. I have all the challenge achievements. Tried all the different guns and all the different classes, the carbines, SMGs, sniper rifles, assault rifles, everything. And just have some generalized feedback for how I feel about the game. I feel like there's quite a few problems, but most of them, if not all of them, are easily fixable. So I wanted to talk about them as we go through the video. Initially here I'm going to show a couple clips of just like how bad lighting is, for instance, going inside and outside. Like look how bad the glare and the lens flare is. You can't even see the enemy because of a light bar, which is just egregious. In this next clip, you're going to see me resurrect a guy and he bugs through the map because you can actually see that there's no map stair where there should be. So this is just a straight up bug in the game. But you're going to see me res him. He's going to fall down into the stairs. And I just wanted to show that like the game has bugs, the game has graphical issues, map issues. So like right here, I res him, he's under the stairs, he now drops down because there is no actual stair there. So he fell through that crevice in the corner and now he's stuck under the map. In the next clip, this is just a nice sniper shot, nothing crazy. I just wanted to kind of show kind of how sniping works. As people know, I'm a sniper in most games I play. So this is just going to show you kind of like a really nice snipe. And kind of how sniper rifles work. This here, I hit a guy for 100 damage and he doesn't die. You can actually see it says 100 damage, but he doesn't die. 100 generally is the number that you have to hit to kill someone. Like right there, you see 100 with the skull. In this clip, my grenade launcher is going to do nothing. It just didn't explode, didn't do anything as it went out the window. So some sort of bug. In this clip, I'm going to show you guys that the bullet and the animation for the gun aren't actually aligned, so the gun shoots 3 times but only 1 bullet leaves. And this is really annoying because I'm thinking that I have my crosshair and my placement on the guy, and I'm thinking bullets are actually coming out of the gun, but they're not. You're going to see that here as well. This is a headshot, like multiple bullets on the head, but none of them register as a headshot. So you see like boom, 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 all headshots, no kill, no registration on a headshot, nothing. So there's and I'm showing this clip again because it's really important. There's really terrible gun registration and bullet registration on all weapons. The sniper rifle, rocket launchers, assault rifles, everything. Every gun has this issue where the registration here again is you can see the animation of the gun shooting 3 times but only 1 bullet leaves, and it's like, okay, I'm pretty sure I just put 15 bullets into this guy but only 5 bullets actually left the gun, and it's really annoying. Here you're going to see me headshot a guy with a sniper rifle and it's going to hit his body for some reason. So boom, he takes damage. He took 80 damage on his face, and then I have to pull out my pistol to finish him off. It like the sniper rifle didn't register that as a headshot, but you can clearly see as we play this back that my crosshair is dead center on his face. And this is really annoying to play because it just feels like the game it struggles to actually like function as you expect it should. I expect when I see the gun shooting that it's actually shooting bullets, and it's not. I expect when I shoot headshots that they count as headshots. They're not. And then there's a bunch of other little things that I wanted to kind of go over. So I'm going to talk about some other stuff. This map right here is Ridge 13 or Liberation Peak. It is awful. It is truly, truly terrible. It is extremely poorly designed. The east side of the map is significantly worse than the west side of the map. And I had a guy in one of the server games. He had his rangefinder and he sat in C and he looked at the distance from C to all the different points. So to A, to B, to D, to E, and to F. And from C, the B and A sites are over 30 meters closer to C than F and E are, which means on foot and more importantly by tank and car, A and B get to C faster and then can hold the choke points easier. Additionally, A and B can both see inside of C from like certain angles. You can actually see into C, whereas F has no clear line of visibility to C at all. Zero. None. Not even a little bit. E has a slight bit from certain angles that you can see into C, and then D is on the other side of the mountain. So the west side of the map on Liberation Peak and Ridge 13 is just incredibly imbalanced. Like, it's terrible. And I guarantee if EA looks at the win-loss ratio, the west side of the map is going to have probably a 95+% win rate. I guarantee it. Because it's that egregiously imbalanced. It's terrible to play on. Another couple things that really annoyed me in the beta test is SMGs do not have enough fall off damage mid to long range. They are significantly better than both carbines and assault rifles by a large margin because they shoot significantly faster, do comparable damage, and they do comparable damage throughout the distance range. So from close to all the way to long range, they do comparable damage to ARs, and they just outclass ARs completely. That needs to be completely retuned because they're just way too good. Like, SMGs are ridiculously good right now. They have almost zero recoil from the get-go. They also come with like 3 times the ammo of ARs on the same class. So like if I get an assault rifle or I'm playing the assault class and I get an assault rifle, I have like 61 spare bullets, but if I choose the SMG, I have like 200 spare bullets. It's asinine. Like, I don't know like where the balancing is coming from. Another thing that kind of annoys me from Battlefield 4 is they've combined the support class to be both the medic and the ammo class, whereas in Battlefield 4, if I remember correctly, the assault class actually did the ammo so that they could assault more effectively. They could actually be forward pushers, be spamming a lot of ammo, and not rely on someone kind of being behind them to give them ammo. They would still need a medic to kind of res them and heal them, but they themselves could feed themselves ammo so that they could be pushers. Now, since the support class does health and ammo, it is the significant, no questions asked, best class in the game. Like, there is no reason not to play support. You self-feed yourself heals, you have a shield, you have ammo, and you can choose pretty much any gun outside of like the class locked Conquest. If you're just playing normal Conquest, you choose any gun you want, and you are a tank. You can heal people, revive people on your team, and keep them in the fight if you want to. Like, if you're actually playing your class well, there's just no reason outside of like taking out tanks. Like, you need engineers. You need a handful of engineers, and then every other person could be playing support, and you're gonna win the game. You're gonna win the game by miles. That's how good support is. Like, support is busted right now because they have one button that supplies both health and ammo, and it's on a very short cooldown, like a very short cooldown. That's really needs again a balance pass, because I don't think support should control both ammo and health as well as reviving, so guaranteeing additional numbers on the battlefield. I think that the ammo drop should go back to being on the assault class because it feels better to be on the assault class. That means you can be pushing, you can be laying down fire, taking points, and not have to turn around and look for someone to drop you ammo, which is the entire point of the assault class. Sniper rifles have too much damage fall off mid to long range, so when you're sniping, you expect that the whole point of sniping rifles is to be able to hit 300, 400, 500 meter shots, but hitting 300, 400, 500 meter shots does like 50 damage to the body, which means that you're going to, past like 150 meters, you're going to hit 50 damage to the body, and that means you're going to have to lay down 2 body shots minimum if they don't get heals, or try to beat the innate healing factor of the game, which is really quick. To be able to put someone down at range, or you're going to have to hit them in the head, obviously. But for instance, in comparison, SMGs at range do like, I think it's like 25-30 per bullet at 100 meters. So you're sitting there doing almost as much damage as an SMG does with a sniper rifle. Like, there's way too much damage fall off for sniper rifle. Sniper rifle should be doing 80, 90 damage all the way up to that 500 meter mark. If you don't know, the range, the kind of setting your range distance, the 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 meters, it goes up to 500 meters. In most of the maps I've played on so far, 500 meters is like the full length of the map. So like you'd have to be one side of the map to the other to get the full 500 meters. And there should be no fall off damage between that range when you're using a fully kitted level 20 sniper rifle. Like, absolutely not. So there's just way too much damage fall off on sniper rifles. The sniper rifle glint is absurd and just needs to be removed. Like, this is horrible. Like, this is not a way to fix snipers or sniper problems within games. You can't, the major problem with sniper glint, unless someone is using the less sniper glint, I think it's like a level 20 buff that you can get, then you can't even see the sniper's face. The glint is actually giving them protection. It's not really, you know, stopping them. You can't see their head because the glint is so large. It's just, it's nonsense, and it makes sniping so gamey and less like feel like you're in a realistic situation where you're trading off with snipers, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to figure out where their head is within the giant glare that is on the screen, and it's just awful. You can go look at any of my sniping videos in Call of Duty, and Call of Duty doesn't have that. Like, you just have to know where the sniper is, and you have to be able to outshoot them before they shoot you, and you can fully see them and they can fully see you. And I think that's how it should be. Like, the sniper glint in this game is absurd. Shotguns do way too much damage over 10 meters. I think it's fine that they do as much damage as they do up close in CQC. I don't really have a problem with that. I have a problem when you're 30 meters out and you're still getting one shot by shotguns. They're way overtuned past that 10 meter range, and it's kind of absurd. Sniper rifles at point blank do not kill to the body. So again, this is a damage range issue, where if you're taking a 7.62 round or higher to the chest from 20 meters away, it should be an instant kill. Kind of like, it's not really intended to be something where you should be running around trying to snipe people like you're using a shotgun. I don't think that's the point. But I do think, like, if someone runs up on you and you flick, you know, and are able to hit someone with a sniper rifle, that you get the kill if they're within that 10 meter range, because you're basically blowing a giant hole in that person regardless. So there's a realistic issue there as well. Like in the clip you saw where I shot the guy in the face, but it registered 80 damage, that guy was like 5 meters from me, and he took 80 damage and did not die from a sniper shot that close to him. And again, they need to balance the damage fall off in the game. And if there is no damage fall off, they need to code in damage fall off, because there should be damage at specific ranges for different weapons, and it just doesn't feel like that is tuned properly right now. There needs to be standard servers, EA position standard servers that are infantry only. Nothing is more annoying than dealing with helicopters, jets, tanks, and the other stuff. I understand that's like the full battlefield experience, but for a lot of people, I think a lot of people coming over from Call of Duty, people just want the true balanced infantry only experience. I personally want the true balanced infantry only experience. Nothing is more kind of annoying in Battlefield than turning a corner and there being an enemy tank sitting there and knowing that there is literally nothing you can do. Like, you're gonna instantly die. And it's just stupid. And it's same from like range. Like, if I'm running out of a spawn and I come out of like A on the little city map that has like the forest on the right hand side of the map that you can run behind, you can have a tank up in there that shoots all the way from over there into A, just spamming shots into A and getting kills, because again, it's just super overtuned, which I don't really care if you want to leave it that way and have tanks be that strong in that format of the game. I just want an infantry only mode where people like me can say, like, I don't want to deal with tanks. I don't want to turn a corner and know that I just lost a fight because some guy is sitting in a tank and is practically unkillable. unless I'm an engineer. And even then, if I turn a corner, I'm only going to get one rocket into the tank. Someone's going to heal it up before like anybody else gets there. And I just want an infantry only experience. I know Portal and people will it probably eventually just make those servers and then you could just join them. But I think EA should offer an infantry only experience at launch. The final takeaway for me is the game feels good, but it doesn't feel like a game that's going to have any lasting impression. It's not something that I think a lot of streamers are going to play because it's not a good stream game. There's no drama to the experience. It's just very active the entire time. What I would love to see is kind of what Delta Force did, is I want this level of gunplay and this level of polish and this level of like smoothness, like this triple A level of quality in an extraction shooter. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my god, that market is so oversaturated. It's really not. It really is just Tarkov. Yes, you have some other Chinese knockoffs of Tarkov that like come in like Delta Force or Arena Breakout or you know those other experiences. But in truth, if you really look at the extraction shooter genre, it's just Tarkov when it comes to like mil sim like standard like games. And I want a triple A kind of battlefield level quality extraction shooter that just does what Tarkov does, but better than Tarkov. I want it to be smoother than Tarkov. I want there to be more options than Tarkov. I want the maps to be just as big as, or if not bigger than Tarkov. And I think Battlefield could offer that experience better than any other franchise, better than Call of Duty, with which, if you don't know, I played over 1,500 hours of Call of Duty's extraction shooter, which is called DMZ. You can find it on this channel. That's where a lot of my sniping video compilations come from. And I loved it, but it wasn't the same thing. They went with like an open world, 25 plus people on the server at the same time. I want something more confined like Tarkov, like something that's more grounded, something that's more kind of structured like Tarkov, but I want it to be the quality of a Call of Duty or the quality of a Battlefield. And that's what this game really makes, like gives me the itch for. Like I don't want to sit here and play Battlefield the way that like it's currently designed, because I think it's just going to phase out. It's just not captivating in 2025. The experience and the gameplay is just not lasting. It's not going to have a long lasting experience. I guarantee this game is going to launch. It's going to have probably close to 1 million people playing it at launch. And I guarantee you by Christmas, it's going to be under 30,000 people concurrently on Steam. It'll drop significantly. Probably one of the biggest drops we'll see all year, from like launch day experience to 4 months later, it's going to be under 30,000 people. That's where I think this is going to land, because what's going to happen is Arc Raiders is going to come out and it's going to pull streamers away from the game, which is going to pull fans away from the game, which is going to pull viewers away from the game. And as soon as you lose that audience, the numbers will not go back up. They'll be off playing Arc Raiders, which is an extraction shooter, and then you're going to have kind of, again, the next Call of Duty is going to come out. That's going to pull streamers because they're going to get sponsors, and that's going to pull people away, and then they're going to go play that experience. And then you're going to have even offshoot things that are going to pull people's time through the holidays, like Pokemon ZA is going to come out on the Switch too, and that's going to pull people away, and they're going to say, I could play the new Pokemon game or I could play Battlefield. And I know it's not like similar genres, but people are going to do that. For instance, I'm one of those people. As soon as Pokemon ZA comes out, I'm going to play the new Pokemon game because I'm just interested in playing the new Pokemon game just as much as I like mil sims and playing shooters. I play all sorts of games, and I think a lot of people are going to get pulled away from Battlefield who will never come back to this game because there's not a drama specific game mode. I know they're supposedly going to have like a battle royale-esque thing. We'll have to see how good that is, but I'm not really interested in battle royales anymore. I'm interested in more that slow, methodical, tactical, you're in there with like 16 other people and you have to see if you're better at your skill set to get in and out than those other people. And that's the experience I'm looking for. I just wish there was something like that at the Battlefield quality level, the quality of this game's kind of level. and we just don't have that. And I don't know why we don't yet. I don't know why none of the AAA publishers have said, you know what, this Tarkov game is super popular. It's super popular with streamers. It's super popular on Twitch. It's super popular just across the board. They have like 200,000 concurrent players a day, and no one, not a single person in the AAA space has thought to say, why don't we just make a better version of this? And it just blows my mind. And I think that's a shoe that DICE and Battlefield and EA could fill. And I would love to see it. I would love to see them take a stab at it with this engine, with this kind of look and feel to the game. Because I think that is the experience that will pull more people in to stay in Battlefield, to be there for the long haul. And come back to this video, tell me I'm wrong, if by Christmas there's still more than 30,000 people, but I think by Christmas the game will have less than 30,000 concurrent players. I think it's going to start with a massive number, and then it's just going to fall off a cliff as soon as other games start coming out. And it's really unfortunate, and I would hate to see it because it's a pretty decent game. There just needs to be a ton of balancing fixes, a ton of animation fixes when it comes to guns and bullets, like your gun actually shooting bullets, and the actual gun animation matching up with the bullets that you're shooting, because that's not okay. Fixing hitbox registration. Oh, PC doesn't have a crossplay turn off option. I would love to turn off crossplay as a PC player, because I just don't want to deal with controller players with aim assist and people using Cronuses. I just don't want to deal with that as much as I can. I know a lot of people on PC are also probably going to use controller and Cronuses, but at least I can cut down like a guaranteed subset of people on both Xbox and PlayStation who are using controllers, and a significant amount of those people who are using controllers and Cronuses. I just want to turn that off on my end as a PC player. I want to play as many people on mouse and keyboard as possible, even if that, you know, there's more cheaters that get involved that way, whatever. I just rather have people who are playing with us with an actual skill-based system. I hate controllers. I hate auto aim and aim assist and all that other garbage. I hate Cronus. I hate all that junk, and I'd rather just find a way to like take that out of my experience as a PC player. And I know that's funny because on the opposite side, the Xbox and PS5 people want to get rid of PC players because of the cheating, but I look at it the other way. I think auto aim and aim assist are just built-in cheating in games, and I just want to not deal with it as much as possible. I'd rather play people on mouse and key than people using controllers on a PlayStation. So I think that should be an option as well. I don't know why it's not an option for PC players to be able to turn crossplay off, but yeah, that's my experience. It's good. I mean, the end result is it's good. There's a quality to it that we haven't seen from Battlefield since Battlefield 5. Feels smooth, runs smooth. I've had no crashes. I've had no issues like in game, no stuttering, nothing like that. Frame rates have been pretty solid. The game feels good, but I just think that there needs to be a lot of just like balancing and passes over the game to make it really great. And then, of course, I just think the standard Battlefield Conquest experience is going to run dry very quickly for a lot of people. So, yeah, I think the beta experience it's good. It's just not great. It's good enough. It's a nice replacement for Battlefield 4. I'll put it that way. All right, have a good one, guys.